What's up, everyone? I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and the Yankees beat down on the Boston Red Sox, 12-5 win. They guarantee a split in a series on the road at Fenway. That's back-to-back games where they're not at their full strength offensively, and they still score a lot of runs. They've scored 18 runs in these last two games combined. Granted, they've also given up 10 runs, but Fenway is a bandbox. These are the type of high slugging matchups you expect from these two teams, and the Yankees have outslugged the Red Sox twice now. Granted, the Red Sox aren't throwing out their best in the rotation. They threw out Josh Winkowski and Connor Siebold are not guys that are regulars in their rotation, but the Yankees did their job, which is to go out and beat guys that weren't that good. And Nestor Cortez struggled, right? He had 4 runs given up, ERAs up to 2.74, not the best outing for him. And that was in 3 2/3 innings. He gave up 2 home runs, 8 hits, 2 walks. Again, just not a great outing for him. But the bullpen comes in and steps up. Miguel Castro, Albert Abreu, and Lucas Litke combine for 5 1/3 innings of 1-run balls, striking out a grand total of 10 batters, walking none, giving up just 5 hits. And a lot of that has to do with Lucas Litke, who stepped in and dominated, right? Outside of that walk to Story, he comes in, not to Story, to Verdugo. He gets Story to pop out, and then he goes on to strike out 6 batters and just dominate the Red Sox lineup. You look at Miguel Castro, he comes into a 2-on, 2-out situation. A slider gets away from him and he hits Bogarts, and then he goes on to shut down Vasquez, gets him to strike out, and then proceeds to strike out 2 more batters in another scoreless inning. Castro's ERA is down to 3.33. Lucas Litke's ERA is down to 2.70. Those are 2 guys who were struggling to start the year, who have picked it up and have turned around, have had pretty nice campaigns now. If you look at the offense, there are a lot of names to bring up here for guys who had good games. LeMahieu quietly got on base 3 times, 2 hits, a walk, in 6 plate appearances. Judge was pretty quiet tonight, but Carpenter had a great night, a home run, 3 hits, 2 runs driven in. Even Isaiah Kiner-Falefa worked an RBI walk off of Jackie Bradley Jr. Glaber had 3 hits, reached 3 times in his 6 at-bats, 2 runs driven in. Donaldson with a big blow, a home run to start it off in the first inning, a 3-run blast. That really got the Yankees going and put the Red Sox behind from the get-go. He had a home run and a walk, great game for him, looking a lot better. Aaron Hicks tonight, getting on base 4 times, only making 1 out, 2 walks and a single and a double, really showing a lot more power, hitting the ball a lot better. He's a better player right now. His WRC plus and OPS plus are now pretty much locked above 500, above 100 for at least the next couple of games. So far in the season, having a well above average WRC plus and climbing all the way back from a tough start to the season. Trevino collects 2 hits. Needed those. He was struggling this year. Or not this year, struggling in the last couple of weeks. Marwin and Gallo, Gallo had that weird triple where Arroyo doesn't get to the ball, and it was just, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But the Yankees offense, they clicked, 14 hits, a bunch of walks, hitting a bunch of home runs. That's just what makes them so dangerous. That's what makes them so deadly. That's what makes this team such a great team. And now they push themselves to 15.5 games for the lead in the AL East. No team has within lower than 16 games in the loss column, right? So Rays are in second place right now. They are 16 games behind the Yankees in the loss column, 15.5 normally. The Yankees are just best team in the American League East. They're just so much better than everyone else in that division. They are just so freakishly good right now. Run differential is going to go up by 7 runs. That's a remarkable team right now. This team is on another level. Every time you think they're going to slump, they come back and they play great baseball. Now it's up to the Yankees to try to grab one of the next 2 games, win the series, and put a dagger into the Red Sox division. Hope to kind of stop them there, prevent them from gaining any momentum, which is huge, right? They lost the series to Toronto. They lost the series to Tampa. Losing a series to the Yankees, they've guaranteed now that they won't have a series win against a divisional opponent. They've really struggled against the American League East, and the Yankees have played very well against the American League East. That's kind of the difference there. The Red Sox haven't been that bad. If you look at the Red Sox lineup, it's pretty good. Yes, they've had injuries, and that's definitely a big thing for them, but they should be a lot better than they are, but they don't play the division very well, and that directly impacts their ability to make the playoffs. So the Yankees have been doing what the Red Sox did last year. Plus, they're also much better than the Red Sox were last year. And the Red Sox have kind of played like last year's Yankees, where you feel like they should be better than what they are, but they just don't play well in the division, and that's a big hassle, and that's a big problem for them. With that being said, though, the Yankees are 61-23. They are 38 games above 500, a new high for games above 500 for the Yankees this year. They keep on getting better. They're on a torrid pace. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I could not be more excited about the team. This team's playing great baseball on the road against a division rival. This is huge for them. And, you know, they've put themselves in a position now where they're playing with house money. They're playing to just win the series, and they can't lose this series. And this is a series on the road anyway. So the Red Sox not winning a series on the road at home against the Yankees, who were not playing their best baseball lately, it's embarrassing for them. But with that being said, again, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe. We've been growing rapidly lately, and that's because of you guys. So we're all appreciative here at Fireside Yankees. Make sure to check out Fireside Yankees on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all under the same handle. And, you know, to check out Empire Sports Media for all your New York sports content. We see you guys in the next video. Ryan out.